Acting up again.
Turn it down.
Damn, Michael, why is you so loud? Jesus Christ,
she's
bro. Oh
playing
my God, I'm
live.
gonna go and shout.
Metro Movement make it, bro.
Hey, shut up. Let the man go live. Let the man go live.
I'm live. I just gotta see real quick if it's there. Which it is. I just gotta give it a second.
Is this better?
There we are. So yeah.
Michael, you are so fucking loud.
So.
Where's my LED light
So
controller?
shut up for a second. Hello YouTube. This is Dadmar1079 coming at you with the second podcast that I have done with the Godzilla vs. Kong movie. We all literally just got done watching it about a few minutes ago, and we decided, while it's still fresh in our memories, to do it. This time I got some people replacing other people, like the one that is basically long-haired and wearing a COVID mask even inside, is another YouTuber ghost leader. Got the same familiar face, Mr. Luck. Got Two-Face, and we got Ghost Leader's girlfriend in here as well. So she decided to join us for this podcast.
Thanks, I have a name, David.
Another buckle.
It's not my
Christina.
name.
That's her PlayStation name, David.
Now that you just told everyone that. But
I mean, I
Pretty
don't
much.
care. It's not like
Like
they're
I
gonna
said,
track me.
this is a spoiler for the movie, so if you're watching either now or in the future, just be prepared. There's spoilers, which I'm going to say it flat out first. I called it King Ghidorah or Monster Zero for those people that are not watched the older kaiju movies of this franchise. I was right. He would make an appearance, even though it was in the form of Mechagodzilla, but he did make an appearance. So, got it first off right there.
What is he doing, yo? Oh, God!
As Mr. Luck's camera just freaks out going in and out. So I guess it's going to be a little comedy besides talking about the movie. More people's mics are going out. And obviously pterodactyls.
Alright, so who's first?
I
You first, David.
I pretty much said what I wanted to. Like, I called it King Ghidorah would make an appearance. And I'm going to keep saying that instead of Monster Zero. And I know in the movie, in the last movie, King of the Monsters, they said Ghidorah, he's King Ghidorah. So that's what I'm going to say it as. So get over it for now.
Yeah, I didn't even know that's his goal, but as I said, if Kong and Godzilla didn't, like, you know, went to fight to a death, I had a feeling they're gonna fight something together. I knew they was gonna fight something together, but I didn't know it was gonna be back to Godzilla. But he got smashed by him, low key.
Yeah, that was an interesting fight. And I actually think during the movie, Godzilla actually laughed at Kong.
When?
When they got into the thing, when they did a close-up of Godzilla's face after he just went off, it was his atomic breath and made Kong's axe just fly out of his hand. I think that damn thing laughed.
I saw a smile. I saw a little smile.
Yeah, like, oh, you cocky little damn big-ass lizard. So you're gonna do that.
I mean, he can be cocky all he wants. He's a god, after all.
No, he's not a god. It's just because he's the
Which one is a god?
Mothra. The moth. She's the deity.
Oh.
Then she can reincarnate herself no matter what it seems like from the old movies, and to now apparently her egg's on the moon. So I was thinking, who knows, maybe they'd show something was her and give her her own little limelight of a movie by herself. I guess not though.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did that.
They brought in new monsters.
That would be
They
cool
brought
if they
in new
did that, though.
monsters.
Yes, it would. But
I can't believe they brought in
I
like
just
new
realized,
little
what?
Thailand
Holy
monsters.
shit. David stream.
I say this though, I'm kind of thinking that Kong's people, before they migrated to Skull Island, I think they were a really advanced civilization, and I think they actually, like they said, the main human characters said that there is a war going on, and I think Kong's people might have been like almost like what the Predators do with the aliens, where they send out their young to go and kill one of these things to see if they can be tested, to see if they're worthy or not of staying in their clan or something. So that kind of what it looked like was Kong sitting at his throne.
That's probably what they do. That's probably is what they do. And all I know is, I just yeah. They thought probably got
Civilization
either
that
thought Kong was gonna die, or I thought Godzilla was gonna get the crap beat out of him. But that didn't happen. They ended up working together. I'm so glad none of them died.
Means movie 2.
Because that's the thing that Christian was really worried about. Because like thinking that one of them would die. I'm glad that none of them died because then that would suck because then they would have to end the franchise of one of them.
Yeah. Which pretty much, what more can you do? The two titans literally fought. What more can you do? Kong has had his movie showing his island and showing what happened to his family and the monsters that he had to fight on his island to be pretty much the last titan there. Godzilla has pretty much killed every other one with those, what, I can't remember those monsters' name from the 2014 movie, and he killed Ghidorah, and pretty much him and Kong have respect each other, and pretty much Kong stays in the center of the earth now, it looks like, and Godzilla stays in the oceans, it seems like.
Yeah, because I guess they're on good terms now. But I had a feeling they came on good terms once Kong left Godzilla left Kong alone for the second little fight. But so the second fight, I had a feeling that it was kind of good. They wasn't gonna fight again. Plus, I thought Kong was gonna not die, but I thought he wasn't gonna be able to kind of fight again.
And that's kind of the second movie I've seen a movie character actually pop their shoulder back into place by slamming it into something.
Yeah, he slammed it right into the little building that was there. I said some good monkey.
That was neat. I didn't know he was gonna do that. That was kind of neat that he did that.
I said, ouch.
That's smart.
I mean, yeah, dislocating your shoulder sucks ass. Horrible dislocating your shoulder.
No, really.
Because obviously it's safer, like, the doctor does it, but that motherfucker's a monkey.
Hey, all
You gotta do
I
the
know is
best.
I never got hyped for a movie like that. Like ever since the Goji since the Broly movie. Oh my gosh, I never got hyped for a movie like that.
Yeah. For the kaiju movie,
Like I said, that's like
it's
easily the
good.
best movie out of 2021 so far. Have not finished watching Zack Snyder's Justice League movie yet, so I can't really technically say that Godzilla vs. King Kong is, but as of right now, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I like, out of pretty much, they did good by the monster movie showing Godzilla, then the Kong Skull Island, then King of the Monsters, and now this one. I don't really think they have any more room to really top it unless they pull a monster right out of their ass at this point. Unless they,
Yeah.
like, they have...
What about Mothra? What about Mothra? They haven't brought her in yet.
Well, she was, yeah, she was in King of the Monsters, but she's on the side of good. So she was on the side of putting Godzilla back on top. She's not really the converse. She's not gonna fight automatically all the time. Like if she's in her larvae state, she'll maybe defend herself, but then run away and then get into her moth form, and then she just does like what she just did. She'll pretty much kill herself to kill it or something, or she'll find a way to win or something retarded.
I know this sounds dumb, but isn't it if Mothra dies, she turns into a bunch of little moths? What happens, basically?
In the older ones, one of them, yes.
It's like, I know that, like, if you play, like, Crazy Craft and Minecraft and shit like that, I know that sounds dumb bringing that up, but, like, in Minecraft, if you beat Mothra, she turns into, like, a shit ton of moths and shit like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
That's why
about.
That only happened in
watch-
one of the original movies when they still like used it wire puppets and rubber suits, but that only happened like once. But pretty much when she dies, an egg of hers comes in the middle somewhere in the world and reincarnates herself. Pretty much.
Bro, okay. Well, and think about it, a lot of people thought Kong was gonna win, but now that I see it, and now that I'm kind of like my mind came together, Godzilla's a lizard. Godzilla's a lizard. They got speed. Plus, and I didn't know he was. I thought he was gonna move slow. I didn't think Godzilla was gonna ever move
Oh,
like as fast as he did. He
he
was holding back hard.
well, yeah, he doesn't. He's like I said, they'll give Kong the agile because of like regular gorillas. They're agile. Godzilla, however, he has a ton of weight on his side, but he can only do it like a normal, like looking an alligator or a crocodile. They can only go in that type of speed for so long. Just look at a croc. They can go from
It's like a burst of energy.
yeah, they
almost.
can go to the shore into the water within a split second. They can run 40 miles an hour in one good burst, but they can't sustain it for very long.
Yeah, yeah. Kong was getting a run for his money. He was really getting worked in.
Yeah. In the first, like they said, Kong had lost the first round because he was in Godzilla's one of his a better element for him because he's more adapted to the water. But Kong did get his revenge on on dry land was round 2.
But then the table flipped again because Godzilla started trying.
Round 3, Godzilla whooped him, and then round 4,
Yep.
King Ghidorah in Mechagodzilla form beat the snot out of him, and then Kong had to help him in round 5 and beat the shit out of both of them. Which actually, they kind of pay homage to the original Mechagodzilla because the original Mechagodzilla is based off of. They took the bones from the first ever Godzilla, from the first Godzilla movie back in the 50s when it was black and white, and they used a oxygen destroyer to completely kill Godzilla the first time. They took the bones and adapted into the mech, and I think it's like the soul of Godzilla, or a bunch of souls from World War II, inhabit and went into the mech and controlled it. So pretty much that's what it did with taking Ghidorah's skull, and when they actually got a power source that could actually probably give King Ghidorah enough power to actually have enough of his mind transfer over to the mech, like that is probably what they were almost paying homage to, except instead of Godzilla's ancestor, and the previous Godzilla, it's Ghidorah doing the same thing.
So, are you basically saying that King Ghidorah's soul took over Mechagodzilla?
Yes.
And how that basically works?
Yeah. The original one was Godzilla's soul, or souls of veterans from World War II taking over the mech the first time around in the first Mechagodzilla. Instead of the original Godzilla, it's Ghidorah with him doing that.
He must have had some big revenge because he wanted Godzilla and Kong dead.
Well, they said they had long necks, but they had telepathy between all 3 heads, so they were all of one mind. So obviously there was still some psychic residue left in what remained of Ghidorah's brain to still remember the last fleeting moments of the last head, because as you kind of saw, he was going for the mouth to basically kill him from the inside, just kind of like how when Godzilla had the last head of Ghidorah in his mouth and just kill him that way.
Yep.
Kind of like sweet revenge, like you did this to me, I'm doing it to you back.
But what do you think would have happened if what's it called, Mechagodzilla ended up killing them both? That wouldn't. I don't know.
It would have been either hoping that other kaiju would have been doing it, or it would have been that of the military, all the world's military having to try and just take him out with whatever they had.
Or they probably would have did something like in the lab they had Godzilla's kid, probably not even kid, just a little egg of Godzilla and a little King Kong somewhere.
Well, yeah, but that would only make sense for Godzilla, not for
Yeah, not for not
Kong's
Kong.
live birth, like a regular gorilla. And I guess someone said yo in the comment in the chat, and obviously I apologize, but you should take offense to if we did spoil something for you. I apologize, but
There
yeah,
was a warning at the beginning, so
yeah,
Yeah.
even though
All
you,
I
David, you should put as the thumb like as the title like spoiler alert.
well, well, I would think some people, yeah, I should have, but oops. I put part 2 at the description. It's still a podcast, so I would think people would kind of almost get the hint. I apologize, like I said, but I guess someone can write right now in the comments spoiler, I guess, just to. There's only one.
that's just like all that I know is I just damn. I was really kind of getting ready for. And you know what's funny? Godzilla was kind of like was about to hold his own, but then he started getting his ass whooped, and I was like, damn, okay, this is not going as I thought it was gonna go for Godzilla.
That was not intended to happen, my bad.
Yeah,
Alright.
dude said I have murder on my mind. I'm ready to kill. Oh man, that's not okay.
Oh, they're already into the next day. It's 12:07. So technically, the
Yeah.
movie's been
You're
out
gonna stand
for
for
a
David.
day.
Yeah, all that I know is I gave the movie for me. I'm not trying to be all picky choosy, but I'll give the movie a 10 out of 10. I haven't seen a movie like that good like that in a while.
Yeah,
I give it a definite 10 out of 10.
for me, it definitely brought back me enjoying and anticipating for a movie because literally the first podcast we were just talking about what things that might happen, and actually some of those predictions actually have come true. I don't know about most, but I know mine definitely did with Ghidorah.
Oh
And
yeah, mine say true. I said if they don't kill each other, they're gonna have to take down something. Yeah. Oh, man, it happened.
it happened. They fought as one, and it's kind of stupid for an axe like what Kong had. It needed to be charged up to actually do anything damaging to Mecha, but even though it could,
Yeah, it's gonna.
even though it could have went an axe like that from a plate from a monster like that could have easily had no problem going through it. I'm running over my
Yeah, but I don't know.
cord with my damn chair, son of a gun.
Can you guys see me alright? Or no?
Yeah, we see,
I don't see you.
but
I mean,
because
Don't see me?
you're colorblind.
All I see is Christian's fan.
Alright, hold up. I gotta close my Discord because it's being stupid as shit. Give me a sec.
I see you over there trying to hide your fan. I can see it.
The fan is up on the ceiling. That joke is fine. All I know is I'm glad that none of them died because I kind of didn't really want any of them to either like die or anything. I wanted them to. I don't know. I just wanted them to like both come out alive.
Alright, hello?
Like, yo, we hear you.
Alright. Bye. Okay. Now let me see. Okay. Alright, can you
Man.
see me now?
I love the lag, dude.
Yeah, I know your lag is fucking great, Christina.
What do you mean? I'm not even lagging.
All right.
You were just lagging for
But
me
they,
a second
but
ago.
Dave, are you kind of glad that like none of them really like died? David?
I mean, who wouldn't be glad? He has himself muted. David, you're muted.
I'm just happy that nobody can.
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you
Yes.
Hello?
We can now.
No, as I was saying before, since me and Christian are doing a lot of the talking, Christina, since you just watched Kong Skull Island today, what did you think of seeing Kong from that movie to this movie now?
I don't know. I mean, there's a slight difference between them. He has more scars and stuff, and he looks like older, I guess, if you could say that, or
Mhm.
like more hairy.
Yeah.
He looks like he's aged.
Like his chin, like the hairs on his chin, when like we first saw him in the beginning of the movie, his hairs were really gray.
Oh shoot.
I didn't notice any grayness, but it didn't look normal.
Yeah, it just
Well, I wouldn't say normal.
yeah, I just did the math from when when Kong was first introduced in the time period, which is 1973 to I've just minused it by this year. Kong has aged 48 years since the last time anyone saw him.
Shit. I mean, that makes sense because they were in. What were they at? Like Vietnam?
Yeah,
Is that what that timeline was?
the end of Vietnam, the tail end of Vietnam. Why Samuel L. Jackson was kind of pissed when if you paid attention, he's saying, "I lost one war, I'm not losing this war."
Well, that's too late. You lost that one. All that I know is there's I know there's gonna be a lot of people that's kind of surprised that even that me, they're gonna be surprised that Godzilla kind of put the hurt on Kong like that,
Oh yeah.
and they're gonna kind of be mad-ish if they're a Kong fan.
Well, I think
I mean, it makes sense that would happen.
yeah, at the end, I think they're going to just be happy that either if you're a Kong fan or a Godzilla fan, that both your monsters came out on top.
Yep. So you're gonna be happy. Don't be upset.
All happy all the way around.
No,
All right,
I'm
wait,
not.
so can you guys see me now? I didn't ask that question.
You're still
No.
loading
No.
for me.
Shit, what the fuck?
Uh,
Dumb as shit. I closed my tab and everything. That you guys just have to refresh your page.
well, I'm
This is
live
don't react
streaming.
to
I
it.
don't need to show off
Yeah.
anything.
No, I
Yeah,
can
you'll
see
fuck
you.
up your podcast.
Yeah, so
I mean,
They
it doesn't really matter to me. I just was
they
curious.
saw what you look like anyways.
Like a bum.
Her words, not mine for a change. I wasn't being a smartass.
Feelings.
Well, asshole, yo.
Hey, it's your damn girl, so
David. Oh shit, you won't be able to see it.
what?
The fucking cut on my elbow, yo, Christian, you see that shit?
Yo. Why?
What? Why what?
Speaking of that type
Why
of
would
stuff,
you?
I actually got a haircut today. So
I haven't had a haircut in months.
so
Like a monkey.
so from the people that watched the
Primate.
first podcast where this was all scraggly, this is now all clean cut.
Shit, some primate.
Yo.
What are you laughing at?
And why do you have
Christian
to?
said some, because I said I haven't gotten a haircut in months. Christian said some, yo, primate.
Hey, we're just
Don't
getting
be
at this.
funny.
Hey, I guess that means you're a Kong fan.
Meaning that
No.
he's not wrong, but I mean, a PlayStation is literally killing itself right now. Holy shit.
They probably can't handle all this stuff going at once from you on
No,
Discord.
because I got my phone on, I got my, yeah.
Just turn one of them off, or two things off until we get done with this, because even though I don't know how much more we really have to talk about besides of what we maybe, let's talk about what we wish there was, maybe.
If anything, I wish that there was only one outcome. Like, straight up.
And what would that be? An actual decisive win between the two?
Like,
Yeah, that's what I wish
Wish
too.
that-
Like, I wish there was an
yeah,
actual
like,
win.
I wish that Mechagodzilla did not get involved until after one of them won, because, like, then they would decide which one won, and then fuck up Mechagodzilla as well.
Well, technically,
If I'm gonna be
That's-
completely honest, I kind of wished it was a bad ending. Like, where Godzilla
Whoa.
wins and everything just goes to shit.
Not me.
It
God
could've.
damn, that would not.
well, technically, they kind of did have a decisive win with Kong with Kong with the axe. It looks like it didn't have a fully charged, so I think that definitely hurt Kong. So with the axe barely charged, I guess as it was, I think Kong would have had no chance if it wasn't charged whatsoever, so he would have lost a lot sooner, because technically he did get KO'd since they literally had to jumpstart his heart for him to come back.
Yeah, so
Hey,
Kong
Joe.
kind of Kong got Kong took a
Monkey.
Kong kind of took a L. I'm not gonna lie. So Kong he went downhill
He
because
took an L for a minute or two.
he was winnable fight in the first half. But in the water it's always gonna be Godzilla.
So yeah, that's basically was anything that can go on land to end on in the water. You're usually like, again, comparing him to a crocodile or an alligator, they're gonna win in the water versus say one of a human. They get a hold of you like how Godzilla grabbed Kong with his tail, or if he dragged him down by his jaws. There would have been barely any movie left. There would have been no Kong. We would have seen nothing. It would have just been Mecha Godzilla.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Actually, not even that. Without Kong, there would have been no plot. The story would have been over. It's like, oh well. Godzilla finds the mech, and goodbye. At that point, it pretty much would be done.
It makes me wonder if there's gonna be a second one.
But what could they really do besides if the Mothra is a good
One of them off.
well, Mothra, she's a person that's not going into violence, so she's not going to make any mischiefs. Really, the only other thing would be a skull crawler, which they don't get that, which Kong easily killed the alpha of all skull crawlers in Kong's movie. So unless they make a hybrid with a neural implant, or like what they did was in the old movies was Ghidorah and half organic, half tech, something like a kaiju like that, I don't really see them doing anything else with Godzilla or Kong. Maybe Godzilla in that regard, unless they pull another
I mean,
monster.
unless necessarily, yeah, like unless they make like another monster type shit like that.
Yeah, because they have to make a monster. But I'm glad they didn't make Kong too overpowered, or either Godzilla too overpowered, because that kind of messed up the whole.
They did kind of make.
The whole point
They did
of it.
make Mecha Godzilla overpowered, even though he had the combat knowledge of Ghidorah.
God damn, they made him overpowered. He was. Oh, he was doing the numbers of both. He was doing the numbers of both of them, all right.
Technically, I see only they could end this franchise. The only franchise I think they could try and reboot is technically another kaiju movie called Gamera, which is basically a giant turtle kaiju, which either he'll defend humanity or he'll go against humanity, depending on, basically like Godzilla. You threaten him, he'll go after you, or if a threat from somewhere else like Ghidorah is, where he's as threat from outer space comes, they could do something like that. They could bring that kaiju monster back from basically what the era that he's from, since he's an old good classic rubber suited monster, which they actually did on Death Battle, Godzilla versus Gamera, and the King of the Monsters won.
Yeah, I'm just. Hey. I don't know. I don't know how it would have felt if they would killed off. If they had killed off Kong, I don't know how it would have felt. I think I would have probably been mad.
Yeah, that's the end of one proud kaiju race. Just look at how much history Kong's people had. I think literally the weapon that he pulled out of the axe from was a skull crawler. So they must have been, they're really ancient rivals, and so they're ancient
Oh
rivals.
yeah, no, that was the skull crawler skull. You could tell it was.
Well, I'm not sure because I didn't see it close enough. I didn't saw it. I must have turned my head or something. So really, I guess they fought the skull crawler. So either they did it was that way in their young, and they messed like only like the head, like the most brave warriors maybe would go after the next most threatening thing out there, and that might be Godzilla's kind. So they probably went skull crawlers for warriors of the tribe to defend, everyone else in the tribe that aren't really fighters, or defend the young. And then you have the elite warriors, maybe like the next tribal leader, to go after a Godzilla, whatever they're of his race, to prove I'm the strongest, I'm the bravest, and I actually killed one of these things. I'm the next
Yeah,
tribal
I don't know.
chief.
That man Godzilla is she's dangerous.
Oh yeah,
That man, his hands is.
he's dangerous. Don't screw with Godzilla. That's the reason why he's named the king of the monsters. The only rival to him is basically was King Ghidorah, and for a short period of time, Kong, when he actually had a weapon that could hurt Godzilla.
Yeah, but Kong was kind of giving Kong was kind of giving him hands, but I don't know what happened. Like I don't know if the people that was kind of like not want to say brainwashed.
Oh, he's lagging.
Christian, you're lagging.
Christian, you're hell lagging right now.
I don't even see him.
Michael, so are you.
I don't see him. I don't hear him.
I see Christian again.
Give me a sec.
I don't. It don't even says that he's talking. He's not talking. I don't hear a word from him. So
I can hear him.
I don't. Christian, leave and join
He's a
back
little
real
low,
quick.
but I can hear him. Christian,
I don't see you, Christian, and I can't hear you. So you're gonna have to leave and join back for a second.
Did he die?
I have no
he's
idea,
alive.
but the rest of my lighting just went to hell since Christian was basically my lighting, the brightest damn thing I had for showing my face. Michael's lighting doing shit.
I would turn my camera on, but like that shit won't load for you.
Am I still lagging?
The lighting wouldn't do any much. I have my red light on right now.
Am I still lagging a little bit?
Not really, but I don't think I'm gonna be doing. I'll stretch the podcast to 12:30. At
Chris.
that, Christian, you have to leave and join back because I don't see you, I don't hear you, and the podcast can't see or hear you.
It says he's talking, but I don't see
Yeah,
him.
he's
I don't
talking,
hear him.
but
I hear him. I can hear him. You guys can't hear him?
No, he's not there.
Nope.
It's blank. I can't hear him.
I can hear him.
Can you?
He just said that he's restarting his shit.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you, Michael. Christian's shit is just not cooperating with him.
You're running so many damn things, they'll turn off the damn PlayStation. That could help with the damn internet for a bit. Overall, worth the wait. I can say this, when I first saw it on the website, I really just wanted to watch it right there and then, but I didn't, because I said I'd do this. Which that means now we have only one more movie on the list, and it's for pretty much you, Chris, to watch, since you've never seen one of the newer like Justice League movies, which had done a spin-off to where you get this, that one you need to see, because that one's actually pretty damn good, and you can see why they did an argument between Darkseid and Trigon.
Yeah.
But overall, I will give, out of the kaiju movies, and I think out of all of them that I've seen, from Godzilla, Kong, King of the Monsters to this one, I haven't been this excited since King of the Monsters. So, unless they can come up with something better than this, which I highly doubt, 10 out of 10 out of this year for good kaiju movies. Because I really don't see anything else catching my fancy in watching any movies. I already watched Raya, that Dragon movie, and I've seen the
Oh
new
yeah.
and I've seen the Tom and Jerry movie.
Did you watch
I
that?
feel like there
Jack
should have been
Snyder's?
more to that movie.
They were both good. I liked them, but I like this one the most because I actually know the franchise a lot. I know Tom and Jerry's franchise a lot because I've seen it.
Have
Raya,
you watched that new SpongeBob movie yet, dude? I haven't watched it yet.
I've pretty much
I haven't
I
watched any
watched it.
SpongeBob movie since like the last one that came out.
I've
Like,
Guys, I watched it.
pretty much given up on SpongeBob. The last movie I remember seeing was when they went to Shell City when King Neptune's crown got stolen for Plan Z.
yeah, that's the only one I've watched. I didn't watch any other because I feel like it'd just be ass.
Well, there's really no other movies. There's all specials. Ow. Now we got static,
From who?
Christian.
You, Chris.
It's not me. What are you talking about?
Dude, right when I heard the static go off, your mic was like moving so.
Because I was talking about who's static.
Yeah, it was Christian,
static.
but really, I think we've covered everything in it. This movie, besides other movies that we're comparing them to, like the other Godzilla movies that you see him in, or Kong's movie, which really, the biggest thing Kong has ever fought was the giant skull crawler. He's never fought something like Godzilla, so you can kind of see where he
Or
did
fought anything bigger.
yeah, bigger than him, and something as strong as him. Skullcrawlers, that alpha skullcrawler was tough. It's just not as tough as Kong, or not Kong, Godzilla. Godzilla's in his own class of his own. I don't ever think a skullcrawler, unless it was a rare alpha male of the species, bred by the two biggest ones, and this one got bigger than them. I don't see one of those ever threatening Godzilla.
I mean, well, it's shown that they are being bred. Like, what's the name?
Yeah, they're
The
being
Skullcrawlers are being bred, so there is a chance that Skullcrawlers could come back in another movie. Why would they do that? No idea. Would it make sense? No.
not really.
You
Yeah,
never know.
that unless they wanted to pull something like out of their ass, I really don't see them unless they did do, like I said, either they bring back the concept of something part mech and part organic, or they do that whole, here we have all this DNA from hundreds of other alphas that are pretty much extinct. We have Ghidorah, we have skull crawlers, we have those, I think they're called Mutsu, I think. Let's combine them all into one and make a true
That's
alpha
what
male.
I was. Yeah.
But really, that's just then lazy writing.
If they had gotten DNA from one of the old dead Godzilla species, like, I mean, like brought more of Godzilla's kind back, and then combined it into one. You know what I mean?
Really,
Sure would be a little overpowered.
if you're combining every one of them into one, I see no reason. It's just going to be another Godzilla. So, and plus, like they said, he can kind of tell when there's threats around. Like when the mech activated for the first time, he knew where it was. So, if he can sense another one of an alpha, like why they hit Kong for so long, I say they really won't be able. Once this creature that they breed starts getting to a threatening level, or even born, hatched out of the egg, or whatever happens for it, Godzilla's gonna notice, because he doesn't like anything in his territory or even anything close to a threat. So after it hatches, I think Godzilla's going to be lining for it to kill it, unless they can do what they did for Kong for so long, or who knows, maybe there'll be a threat down there for Kong to fight that's an ancient rivalry just as much as Kong's people and Godzilla's people, maybe.
Yeah.
Because they have technically 3 Godzilla movies. They only have 1 Kong movie. going again.
Yeah, they would need to find like something for Kong to fight in, so like more movies for Kong.
Kind of like what they did was those two creatures that attacked him. He killed one with ease, and then the other one got him without what they needed help.
Yeah.
Or,
You good now?
or who knows? They could be like another one of Kong's race down there. They could actually start reproducing, but it's only going to last another generation at that.
He could make a sequel with like a different version of his species. I mean, I don't know.
They could, but really,
It's a possibility.
what can you really do? It's a giant ass gorilla. There's not much
Oh, well.
variance that you can do unless they pull something out and make a giant human. And
Didn't they already establish that like his
Kind is basically
they're like
over after him.
extinct?
yeah, his kind is gone. After Kong, they're
Same
gone.
with
Ow.
Godzilla.
Oh, yo.
That yeah.
So it was you, dude.
Basically, yeah, Kong and Godzilla, they are the last of their kind, I think. I'm holding on to my theory that Kong's race actually hunted down Godzilla's race, and they pretty much fought for probably thousands of years. So, maybe, and Kong's species had probably better they probably, since they are mammals and they could breed, and it only would take probably 9 months, give or take. I'm guessing on that one for a regular gorilla, maybe or so, that they could reproduce faster than Godzilla's race, where they need to be hidden. They have eggs. They need to hatch. They need to incubate. And who knows how many, if they do act like, say, different reptiles, where their own kind will eat them. Who knows? Whereas a regular mammal, they'll take care of their young. Reptiles, they'll eat each other just because they'll see that as maybe a one-day threat. So not only could Godzilla species maybe was hunted to extinction by Kong's race, but by their own race, because the strongest survive, and why not? That's an easy food source right there, because who knows how many eggs a female Zilla could maybe lay.
Mm.
It could just be like regular, maybe out of I'm just again going to crocodiles. They can lay about 60 eggs. There might be out of 60 a handful that live to adulthood. That plus hunting.
Who knows?
Yeah, their race, unless they had a lot more than Kong's race, I really don't see them really doing much.
Yeah.
At that point, I think that's pretty much everything there is to cover and maybe theorize at this point, until maybe the people that made the movie say, oh, we're going to make another movie, or this is going to happen, or something else. I really see nothing else to talk about for this cast. So, I want to thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe, and hit that bell to notify you anytime that I go live or post a video, and leave a comment down below when this becomes a video. If you've seen the movie, if you agree with some of this stuff, if you've made it this far, please go check out Ghost Leader's YouTube channel. I don't know if he's posted in a while, but his dad has made some good little, lost the word for it, what do you call it when you took all those clips together?
Montage.
Yeah, montages. Some good montages with some of us in the party. Go check out Mr. Luck. He streams every now and again, and he's good. Show him some love too. Two-Face, go show him some love. He's another YouTuber. I don't know much of I haven't seen a lot of his, but he does occasional all on that. And also, let us know, maybe, would you like to see another one like this when another good blockbuster movie comes out? Like, maybe in the future, if whenever the um, Avatar movies come out, we could do something like that, or if
Oh, yeah.
another good blockbuster comes out, action movie or something. Who knows? We'll see how this one does, which it seems like a lot more people watched this live than the first one. So, let me know. And then I'll get with them and see what they think. I could just do it by myself, which it would get boring, but it seems to be good. We got another one to join us from the last one, which we got Ghost Leader.
And Christina.
Yeah. Ow. But like I said, no more. I'm pretty much rambling at this point. Have a good rest of your night. Hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll catch y'all in the next